Welcome to Uncle N's Barbecue. I'm Dr. Afra, and if you arrived in less than 12 parsecs, I hope you didn't lead any Imperials this way. Speaking of which, we believe that it's been just about long enough since the Kessel Run record was broken.
Not if you round down, buddy.
But in the time that has spanned since telling us how those events happened, we still have yet to receive certain characters. We already brought up this topic a few times before, with individuals such as Dryden Voss, Kira, the Decraniated, and most recently with the Cloud Riders. Please follow me inside where we will look over a mouth-watering condensed menu that works well as a platter. You'll want for nothing else once you are filled with today's special.
My sacral occipital circuit is sticking. You're gonna have to do that thing again later.
Adoria Ventifoli. This human female is one of the very best vocal artists in the galaxy. Promoted as the Chanteuse of the Stars, it's a shame we only briefly catch a glimpse of her during an interrupted tour with 1/16 of her duet, Lulio Pramak, who has a voice that doesn't sound anything like Adoria. She was only on board Dryden Voss's first light because of the small fortune given to Miss Ventifoli in return. Adoria is seen wearing an outfit that costs more than double your annual salary, with earrings,
The earrings, you love the earrings.
that match your dazzling hat made of dangly charms, keychain adornments, and
Change!
we don't need much out of this figure, only to come packaged wearing a fashionably pixelated gold foil dress and headpiece.
Gold, what for yellow gold?
Until then, her partner remains Lulio Pramak. This singer hails from Dimension X, and appears to have been accidentally pickled during his nap on a raw chicken. Seen on board the First Light when Han Solo reunited with Kira, at first I didn't know what this was, but it's grown on me. In order for it to be successfully removed, I think I'll have to seek out a specialist.
You just can't help it, can you?
To get this character just right, he needs the eyes of Joy Behar with matching elastic skin and emaciated tentacles.
Ew.
Lulio should come with a jar to keep him fresh, which conveniently doubles as his personal 3-story condo. And when placing him in storage, put the date on the label so we avoid any food from going bad.
It wasn't my fault. It was an accident.
Margot, concierge to Dryden Voss. You know, that guy who would be just as apt to introduce you to his collection of rare weapons as he'd introduce those same weapons to or into you. After you check any weapons at the door, you in the back, I am talking to you, you'll encounter the Amrusian, Margot, the frontline supervisor in charge of guest satisfaction. Dressed in a simple ensemble that contours her figure from top to bottom, she'd be packaged in her black semi-transparent patterned dress and with a complexion in need of some moisturizer, sold separately.
Yeah, and she's not even rich. I don't know.
This seems like a no-brainer to add to the solo catalog.
Is that right?
And the only way that Hasbro can mess up Margot's representation is by not including her necklace. But we do still need Dryden, or else Margot will be like a DMV employee on an extended break.
Hey, don't flip me off.
Ralakili, the galaxy's crazy-eyed, lunatic-looking Dr. Fink.
Think with a v.
Ralakili left his B-list child celebrity life behind and took up a position where he was chosen over all others to referee full-contact droid fights on Vandor.
Gee, I wonder how he got that job.
His brother, being the director, could have nothing to do with that decision, but it's not like he would ever have the chance again. And if my brother was put in charge of it, I probably would have tried to beg for a job in the same manner.
Oh, come on, bro. It's the war.
I do enjoy figures that have few and small appearances, deleted scene figures, and other esoteric marvels of the like, but figures that are known celebrities from other properties
Make me happy.
Clint, why do you think you haven't been given an action figure yet?
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Sometimes I wish I could take my hat off so I could throw it. Audley. Almost immediately, we see Audley walk behind Margot with a tray of refreshments, but attendance to this gathering appears to be by invitation only. She looks happier than the people being served on Downton Abbey. I doubt that someone can truly be that upbeat listening to the problems of who she is in servitude. But she's kept so busy, the guests know that she doesn't have time to hear anything that isn't work-related.
I'd love for you to tell me all about it, but you can't.
Why not?
Floor spaghetti.
When asked why she would be faking her contentment of being aboard the First Light, she claimed to feel safe there under the strict order of Dryden Voss and insisted that she enjoyed the guest service position which she held. But that doesn't mean she's telling the truth.
You're a liar!
You can take it from someone currently specializing in customer service. The happiness of every guest is what matters. And sometimes you find yourself going that extra mile to make a dining experience memorable.
Good evening, may I take your order?
I'll have the ricotta and egg raviolo.
And you? Tough order to follow.
I'll have the same. What happened in there?
We did it! Same as him! You knew exactly the game we were playing!
The Swamp Trooper, also known as the Mud Trooper. If you find yourself serving time for the Empire, know that you cannot simply volunteer to be within the ranks of this infantry division. It's more of a place that one is sent to when they don't listen to commands and have a problem.
Problem? Problems.
With little things like taking orders. But if a man finds himself in this unit of rejects,
He's already demonstrated his inability to keep his big mouth shut.
these troopers were inexperienced fighting on Mimban, but were very good dying on Mimban. One thing that they weren't used to was being made into chew toys for the imprisoned Wookiees. And everyone knows Wookiees like their food wiggling on the way down.
Trust me, you don't want to eat this one.
I go down smooth, but I come out fighting.
I know. This is making me hungry too.
What's going on here?
What was I saying? Oh yeah. The Imperial Navy doesn't waste a thing. Old blankets become new ponchos, yesterday's ill-suited recruit is tomorrow's human shield, and sacrifice is something all troopers are trained to do, because in order to conserve toilet paper, the dark side uses both sides.
Oh! That was the grossest thing I've ever heard in my life!
Kessel disguised Kira.
She's my friend! I know her!
The mission on Vandor 4-pack gave us figures that, while not excellent, were adequate.
That's your bar? Oh, shame on you.
But adequate isn't good enough. Moreover, as we have received many versions of Din Djarin, and we possess nearly every generic Darth Vader variant,
My name is Darth Vader.
after purchasing Han Solo and Luke Skywalker in multiple unnecessary releases, I hereby reintroduce a previously uncaped Kira under the impersonation of one Oksana Floren, Deputy Administrator to the Vice Admiral of the Federation of Trade Route Allocation and Monetization.
Okay, so you know what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
We have Kira in 3 3/4 inch, but in 5 POA. I can't argue that they are fine additions, and we are lucky to have them both. Notwithstanding, I'd have to be delusional to think that every figure I list in today's special could one day come out. Furthermore, I'd be very happy if at least one would eventually get a release. However, I do hope that this variant, more than any other on this list, will be given a TVC release. I love the work that Emilia Clarke has provided, not only for Star Wars, but also for the Terminator franchise. Second place goes to Lena Headey.
She knows what she did.
But this runner-up victory means little, since I'm pretty sure they were both refused any further installments in the future.
Pretty sure?
There you are, another fantastic selection that we are waiting for. And if you happen to miss any portion of today's special, we'll be repeating it for those who are highly underprivileged listeners. Possibly like yourself. But I get the feeling that if I'm addressing those that didn't hear me, they probably still didn't hear me.
I get a drink.
Adoria Ventafoli,
You just got a job singing in my lounge.
Lulio Pramak,
Dude,
Margot,
So what can I do for you?
Ralakili,
I'm just a guy who eats in this truck.
Audley,
How about some ID?
Mud Trooper,
you are going to be a general someday. Now, disassemble your weapon and continue.
Kira.
Yeah, Kana.
That will conclude our assortment, but until any of them become available, our days will be filled waiting on not only pins, but needles as well. Make sure you like the video,
That is exactly what I'm proposing.
click the notification bell to reserve your very own future table, and subscribe to be part of the frequently fed members here at Uncle Owen's Barbecue.
I'll leave the door unlocked.
If you have a moment more, leave us a comment.
I gave up book reports in 6th grade.
I'm Dr. Afra, and this has been today's special.